During the summer of 1844, messages were given that would have a direct fulfillment at the time, but such is the universal nature of these messages, they would increase in relevance as time goes on. Today, the messages of Revelation chapter 14 are needed perhaps more today than they were back then, and they are outlined in chapter 21. As we continue this journey through the book Great Controversy, we see that the battle between good and evil plays out in the affairs of mankind and involves every person on the planet. As we continue this journey, may we have guidance for the present and we seek direction for our future. The prevailing sentiment amongst the leaders of the Advent movement was not to start a new church. The message proclaiming the soon return of Jesus, they assumed, would be readily accepted by all. However, this was not the case. This message was largely rejected by mainstream Protestantism, with some preachers being banned and other preachers denigrating the message from their pulpits. Around the same time, spiritual apathy and hostility existed to moral reforms, and it pervaded amongst the churches, showing that when spiritual light is rejected, spiritual darkness then follows. The first angel's message, which announced the judgment hour and called men to fear and worship God, was accepted by some across denominational boundaries, and these experienced true revival and unity, but it was rejected by the vast majority. People were actually disfellowshipped from their churches for believing and preaching in the soon return of Jesus. This message is followed in verse 8, which announces that Babylon has fallen. Exactly who Babylon is expounded on in chapter 21 of Great Controversy. Babylon comes from the root word Babel, which stands for confusion. After the duplication of languages confused the nations, so one element of this is religious confusion or doctrines that don't make sense or logically fit when taken to their full conclusion. Babylon in chapters 14, 17, and 18 represents a union of church and state. We have a woman symbolized by a church riding a beast symbolized by a nation, defining who this religious system is and pointing out its brokenness and flaws is part of the end time message that we are called to give. Babylon is referred to in Revelation 17 as being the mother of harlots, meaning she has children. Here you have one religious system with churches connected to her like children to a mother. What connects them are similar or shared beliefs. So even though they have broken away, by sharing the same beliefs, they have a similar DNA. These messages will be given in clarity prior to the return of Jesus, and it's something that we need to understand and be prepared to give ourselves. May we commit to sharing these pertinent and powerful messages with others in our sphere of influence. May we do everything within our power to take these messages and share them with a dying world whilst there is still time.